Doubt return to the stage after an eternity apart, and maybe, just maybe, they're not done with us yet. But first, let's look at the set list. Setlist.fm is a weird way to ingest concerts, even when it's accurate. Yuck, 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 yuck. What is this? What in the world? Oh, it changed. And when I first looked at the real set list of Coachella, I thought it was a little lackluster for No Doubt. But man, was I wrong. We've got 12 big hits, 3 deep cuts, a cover song or 2, Olivia Rodrigo, and something I look for in a lot of modern concerts. This is my thing that I look for. Good representation of every era of the band. And most bands do not do that these days. No Doubt did not get anything from the self-titled debut, but all their other albums are represented here, and I really appreciate that. Push and Shove did have like a pre-recorded song, but I will count that as being included. We get Beacon Street. We get 1 song from Beacon Street, 3 songs from Rocksteady. I love that record. 4 from Saturn, and of course, a huge chunk, 6 songs from Tragic Kingdom. Rock bands across the globe, pay attention. No Doubt only performed 16 tracks, and they covered 32 years of their catalog. Pretty well, and some of you guys are playing 30 or 40 songs and can't represent 3 or 4 albums. There's a problem. When you're looking back at your catalog, remember that even if an album is a flop, it's somebody's favorite record, and it's not one guy in a sea of thousands of people. It's maybe 100 guys, 100 gals in a sea of 1,000. But anyway, the set list, which is what you guys want to hear about, right? This is what No Doubt played at this show. And it's pretty incredible. I don't know why I thought this was lackluster. Union News! Did I put those words on the screen? Lighting guy, get it together. A source near No Doubt has claimed that the band have ideas for new material and are open to touring after Coachella, although we've heard stuff like this straight from Gwen Stefani before and nothing ever came of it. Gwen mentioned a No Doubt album or recording sessions in 2015, and here we are in 2024, no album. That could have been due to some of the creative differences in the band. I know that Gwen Stefani has talked about with Push and Shove, and probably in 2015 when they were recording some songs, that the band did not agree on the direction of the music, of the vocals. This time around, I've heard Adrian Young over on the Offspring podcast. Go check it out. Go relax with the network over on Spotify or YouTube. Adrian Young, really awesome drummer, really funny in the podcast, says that he's open to a full-blown tour album and stuff, but he is staying busy with Dream Car. So he's open to it, but he doesn't sound like he's 100% certain that it's going to happen. Same thing with Mrs. Gwyneth Stefani. She talked about her dissatisfaction with the Push and Shove album cycle, and that she even called it a waste of time. But things are much better now, she says. They've had a decade since that tortured recording of Push and Shove, and I'm thinking that title was probably like how it was recorded. So maybe now they can all agree on the direction that the next No Doubt record should be. For all 4 band members to do this, they need to be in agreement on the sound and completely making something different than Push and Shove. Again, that record is probably aptly titled about the recording process and Gwen and the other guys disagreeing about what kind of music to make. All of that needs to be talked about and discussed. Should it sound like Gwen's solo stuff? Should it be completely different? What does she want to do? What do the guys want to do? Can they kind of combine the two things if they're not in agreement? Can they return to their ska days, which I've heard some people are wanting to do, or try something new and fresh with No Doubt in 2024? Could we be hearing a heavy metal No Doubt in 2025? Could Gwen Stefani be the new lead singer of Linkin Park? Anything is possible. Right now, they've done these rehearsals for Coachella, which Young said was really fun. They're talking, the chemistry is there on the stage, and I'm hoping that it's there off stage as well. So I do think that there's no doubt that there's chemistry for an album number 7.